Being one removes the need to look one. There is something very interesting about human nature. Most people want to be seen, respected, or admired by others. They try to look successful even before they actually are successful. They buy expensive clothes, show off luxury items, talk big, and live a lifestyle that looks rich from the outside. But deep down, they may not really be that secure. They are still trying to prove something. It's like they are wearing a mask of success because they want the world to believe it before it is even real. But once someone truly becomes successful, once they are already wealthy in reality, the need to prove it disappears. That's the beautiful thing. When you are truly something, you don't need to look like it anymore. Think about it. A truly rich person who has already built wealth does not wake up in the morning thinking, how do I prove I'm rich today? They already know who they are. The world also knows it. Their wealth speaks for itself. Because of that, many truly wealthy people actually live very simple lives. They might wear ordinary clothes, eat at normal restaurants, and drive cars that are not too flashy. Why? Because their focus is not on showing. Their focus is on living. You may have noticed this in life. Often the loudest person in the room is not the most confident one. The person who always brags about knowledge may not be the wisest. The person who always shows off money may not be the richest. On the other hand, those who are truly secure inside themselves don't need noise. They carry a silent strength. Their actions, not their words, reveal their power. This is what you realized. Being one removes the need to look one. When someone is wealthy in truth, they don't need to dress in gold to feel rich. When someone is truly confident, they don't need to shout to prove it. When someone is truly loved, they don't need to keep showing off their relationship. When someone is truly wise, they don't need to keep telling people, I am wise. It naturally shows in their choices, their peace, and their energy. In fact, people who are busy looking like something are often still chasing it. They are still trying to fill a gap inside. It's almost like being thirsty and pretending to drink water. You can trick others for a while, but deep down, the thirst is still there. On the other hand, when you already have enough water, you don't need to pretend. You are already satisfied. That satisfaction shows quietly and naturally. There's also a hidden freedom in this. When you stop caring about proving yourself, life feels lighter. You don't waste energy showing off or trying to impress people. Instead, you live for yourself. You enjoy things in a natural way, not because you want others to see, but because you truly love them. That's why many truly successful people find joy in simple pleasures: walking in nature, spending time with family, reading books, eating home-cooked food. They have tasted the bigger stage, and now they return to simplicity because they no longer have to prove anything. This realization also teaches us something about growth. We don't need to chase the look of success. We need to chase real success. The look will always fade, but the truth will always remain. If we focus on becoming real, building real wealth, real confidence, real kindness, real wisdom, then the world will see it naturally without us even trying. At the end of the day, the highest level of wealth is not when people see your gold, but when they see your peace. The highest level of wisdom is not when you speak big words, but when you live in harmony. And the highest level of love is not when you show it off online, but when you feel it deeply inside. So yes, you are right. Being one removes the need to look one. That is the mark of true greatness. Silent, simple, and real. 1. Security versus insecurity. Looking rich, the show-off. This often comes from a place of insecurity. It's a performance to signal to others and sometimes to oneself, I have arrived, I am important, or I belong to this group. The need for external validation is powerful. The wealth is new, fragile, or tied to their ego, so they feel they must constantly prove it. Being rich, the quietance. As you said, truly wealthy individuals have nothing to prove. Their status is an internal fact, not an external goal. Their confidence is built on the solid foundation of their achievements and security. The opinion of strangers becomes irrelevant. This is why billionaires like Warren Buffett live in the same relatively modest house he bought decades ago, or why Mark Zuckerberg is often seen in a simple gray t-shirt. Becoming vs. pretending. There is a deep truth about life that many people overlook. When you truly become something, the need to prove it disappears. It is not only about wealth, it touches every part of life: power, capability, knowledge, confidence, happiness, love, and more. Most people, before they actually reach something, try hard to look like it. A person who is not yet powerful often tries to act strong, to control, to show dominance. Someone who is not yet wise often throws big words around to look intelligent. Someone who is insecure may speak loudly to look confident. A person who is not really happy may constantly post smiling pictures, trying to convince both themselves and others that life is beautiful. In short, when people don't have it inside, they try to display it outside. But once a person truly becomes it, the game changes. A truly powerful person does not need to shout or control. People naturally feel their strength. A truly knowledgeable person does not need to prove their wisdom. It flows silently through their actions and choices. A truly confident soul does not need to boast or seek attention. Their calm presence says it all. A truly happy person does not need to convince anyone. The peace in their eyes reveals it. This is why the greatest people are often the simplest. The wisest leaders speak with calm voices. The most confident people walk quietly but firmly. The happiest people don't run after constant attention. They enjoy their life in silence. Their actions, not their words, speak for them. Think of it this way. A candle flame flickers and tries to prove its light, but the sun never needs to. The sun simply shines, and its presence is enough. That is what happens when you truly become something. You don't need to look it, you simply are it. There is also another layer to this. When we chase the appearance, we live with fear. Fear of being exposed, fear that others might see through us. But when we are the real thing, we live with freedom. No mask, no performance, no pressure to keep up with the image, just natural, effortless being. This is why the path of life should never be about looking strong, looking rich, or looking wise. It should be about becoming strong, rich, and wise. Once we are, we don't have to prove it. Truth has its own power. It shines without effort. So if you want to build confidence, don't chase the look, chase the real confidence inside you. If you want to gain wisdom, don't try to look smart. Seek real understanding. If you want happiness, don't try to decorate it. Find it in your heart. When you actually reach it, the need to show it will fade away. You will live it naturally, without even trying. At the highest level, life is not about performance, but about presence. A tree doesn't show off its strength, but it quietly gives shade. A river doesn't scream about its depth, but everyone knows it when they look. A flower doesn't shout about its beauty, but its fragrance makes people stop and smile. In the same way, when you truly become something, people will see it without you saying a word. And even if they don't, it doesn't matter, because you already know who you are. So the truth is simple. Being one removes the need to look one. It applies to wealth, to knowledge, to power, to skills, to happiness, to love. When you are real, you don't need to prove. And that is the deepest form of peace a human can ever find. That's the difference between becoming and pretending. Pretending is heavy, tiring, and fragile. You constantly worry, am I convincing enough? Do they believe me? What if they see the truth? It's like carrying a mask every single day. You can impress others for a moment, but deep down you know it's not real. Pretending creates pressure, fear, and emptiness. Becoming, on the other hand, is light and free. When you truly become, whether it's strong, wise, rich, confident, or happy, you don't carry that pressure anymore. You don't need to act, because you are. Your energy speaks louder than words. People can feel it without you even trying. Becoming gives you peace, security, and real joy.